heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of the heaven from God, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice from the throne saying, Behold, the dwelling of God is with men. He will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And God himself will be with them. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain any more, for the former things have passed away. And he who sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said, Write this, for these words are trustworthy and true. And he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty I will give water without price from the fountain of the water of life. He who conquers shall have this heritage, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But as for the cowardly, the faithless, the polluted, as for murderers, fornicators, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars, their lot shall be in the lake that burns with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
A reading from the book of Michael McMullan, Volume 3, Chapter 20, verses 1 to 28. Seduction at Chalice Springs. Sand dreaming. As if riding upon a dream, beguiled by an unknown spirit, or led by deep instinct. Avaricious squatted on the sand carpet, drawing images and symbols into the earthen canvas. A motif of several points, waves and spirals revealed a map that illuminated a path unfamiliar to Avaricious. a gathering of the Emu clan, clustered in the shadow of Malga wood, necked tall, as two crows winged the radiant long blue. The sand painting soaked into the mind as he smothered out the original with both hands. Entering the Malga stand, Avaricious sheltered against a trunk in a reverie of seclusive entanglement with the ID Tome. As if from the illustrious realm, its patterns formed shadows and deep dimensions of poignant shapes, metamorphosizing into astounding colours, akin to the tapestries of the spice, bazaars in the exotic, exalted potpourris of modern antiquity. Hours evaporated like seconds, moments condensed into eternities. The suchness of sparse, she poured her lips upon him. In the halls of glass palaces, I speak to you. In silent breath, you hear me from within. My music you feel in your blood. My taste you witness in distant seas. My costume you see in hints of shadow. My perfume splashes upon every flower. My touch wakes your wild love. You dare tear me from the ether and would embalm me in your world in a fountain of youth? Avaricious opened his eye and spoke with fire to the enchantress. You read my heart, Rosita, yet not my soul. Permit me to soliloquize upon your thoughts. For as bees return to their hive, we must return to dust and spirit. In every step and breath, the wick of life is trimmed. As the exit gates opens ever wider, to be torn forever in form from this world. Thirsty souls searching the antipodes for creation's mysteries, for which I have been one. I remember you, Rosita, from many a dream, for you wished for a bunch of grapes. Yet were you not given a vineyard? You longed for a star. Instead, you were shown the galaxies. You searched for the understanding of enigmas, in kinship with the stone of your own name, dismissing the jewels offered upon your embellishment. As your faith was tempered, your embroiled hunger deepened. You neared the flame until the summit of your quest handed you Jacob's ladder to quench the fires of the Kundalini's cool breeze. Such is your blessing, fair lady, for your love of service, trust and light is your heart of hearts. Avarice turned and entered the eye of Rosita. Their words were silence. Speech was no more. Two birds flew into the distant night. Here endeth the reading from the book of Michael McMullan.
That I saw her going up to the house to meet Michael and Jennifer in their home at one of their meetings. And I actually said, "It's Jacob's ladder out there." It's lovely to meet you, Michael, again. I feel that standing here I should be banging on the pulpit and shouting fire and brimstone to the wall, especially after the reading that we had that Tome read. But not today. Today we have come to share in something new. New and yet not new. And we might actually ask ourselves, why on earth would you read that passage from Revelation with all that threat of hellfire and damnation if we get it wrong? And yet the beginning of the passage is about the New Jerusalem, a heavenly city that has both continuity and transformation. The bride in the passage from Revelation represents the whole renewed world, radiant and holy. The vision of the city with its gleaming golden streets and pearly gates, where death and tears are no more, has given form and voice to the dreams of God's people through the ages. We hear in African American spirituals and gospel songs the imagery of the golden holy city and its river of life. Martin Luther King referred to it in his I Have a Dream speech, and Augustine speaks of it